2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups, so kick back, get your popcorn ready. We'll be back in just a moment.
Number 12.
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Joined by Chris Webber and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And a chance here to check out some stats for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
We're just about ready for tip-off. But first, let's hear from the sideline.
With the Greek Freak, the Bucks have one of the game's most devastating scores.
Well, certainly makes them harder to stop, Allie. Thanks for that. And we're watching two highly disciplined defenses. Grant, when you look at the teams that aren't in that category, where do they usually fall short?
Well, B.A., I call it the 3 C's: commitment, comprehension, and communication. All three are needed to defend at the highest level. Now, if you're missing one, it degrades the others.
And now the Washington Wizards starters. And for the Bucks, Giannis and Portis are in the middle. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's prime time in at the 1. To the inside. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Conley.
Oh, the floor general skills of Conley. I mean, he has a fantastic feel for when his teammates need the rock.
Good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And after 14 years in the NBA, Mike Conley finally an All-Star in 2021, and he richly deserved it. A 3-time Joe Dumars Trophy winner for sportsmanship, like yours truly. I mean, he does it the right way. Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
High arcing shot. Antetokounmpo with the block. Here's primetime. He's guarded by Conley. And that one's good. He has 6. And I think when you say Mike Conley All-Star, now it's official.
Yeah, you're right, B.A. I mean, because you talk about the respect he has around this league. He's always been viewed in that light. A key part to that grit and grind era there in Memphis. And now he's writing a superb second act.
And again, Washington, no good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Count the basket.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
The Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Avdia. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Out to the right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. And as we approach the end of March, a peek at the power rankings with the playoffs on deck. You look at the Pistons, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
You know, for the Bucks, they still go out and play hard every night. Unfortunately, it's 1 step forward and 1 step back. And they just don't have much time left.
Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Got to be careful shooting around Porzingis. His length is so capable of erasing shots.
Here's Milwaukee. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Here's primetime. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Now a timeout called by Washington.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
And it's a completely new
Substitution on the court.
It's tipped. And he's able to get it back. Another shot. They get the rebound. Clark. And And at last, they get one to fall.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Collins in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And that one's good from Conley.
This has been a strength of Conley's throughout his career. A spot-on three-point shooter.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
This Bucks team is arguably the most talented in franchise history. At the same time, the East has gotten tougher, so the Bucks are looking to improvise. Giannis said, quote, "We're getting better, trying new things, changing our schemes. That's something we think is going to help us." Brian?
Using the regular season to experiment, Allie. Interesting. Thank you. Pass to Avdia. Antetokounmpo covering. 6 on the shot clock. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Now that we're late into the season, here's how the East stacks up. You look at the Bucks. When it comes to playoff seedings, they're in a dubious position right now. 9th place in the conference. And, of course, Washington down 4 spots.
Well, for the Wizards, they really have failed to deliver this year. Even when they do get a little something going, it never just seems to be enough.
No, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to everyone. The players, the coaches, the fans. I mean, there was the idea that they might struggle, but now reality is setting in.
At 7-3, tough to challenge Porzingis' shot without making contact. That could have drawn a whistle.
Here's prime time. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Grant, starting your career in the 50s. Oh, you know, actually 90s. Back then, we'd see teams usually score in the 80s and 90s. What do you think of the current scoring?
Really, B.A., the 50s? Wow. But it's crazy. I mean, back then, yes, every game was in the 80s and 90s. Now everyone averages at least 100 points per game. So I think it's been an interesting evolution of the game. And, of course, the fans all love offense. And these players and teams today are providing just that.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. And he comes up with a bucket.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
For Milwaukee, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Oh, it's stolen. Porzingis with it, guarded by Antetokounmpo. Here's Avdia. No luck on that one. Now the Bucks take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, came out with a victory.
Last time these teams met, it came down to the wire. The bench play in that game was the difference.
Yeah, and without all the points they got off the bench, I mean, there's no way they could win that game.
17.
He was the 6th man to the rescue.
And he knocks down the first one. The Bucks making a switch here. Gallinari's checked in. Gafford, he's checked in for Washington. So he gets them both.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
The Wizards have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Now here's Conley. Not a lot of room. 50 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's prime time. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He's got 18.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
They kick it out to Porzingis. No good on the 3. The Bucks have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Here's Shaw. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
First free throw is good. So Washington going with an almost entire new group here.
At the line for 2.
Both shots good from the stripe. 12 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Kispert. Pass to Connaughton. Drops in the three. Connaughton's got 5 points.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
And so it's Milwaukee. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. More 2K action in just a moment.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. It was a fast pace for Milwaukee at the outset. They put together the kind of powerful run that every team would love to have, 10-2 off the tip. As you might imagine, they stayed in firm control of the game, only allowing the lead to change hands once during the period. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bucks?
They're in good shape thanks to the work they're doing on the glass. Their effort has been excellent. The numbers are too. And I don't see those numbers dropping off. They're going to keep doing the dirty work in the second half.
Kenny, what's your take on Washington so far? And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Milwaukee shooting 61% for the game, knocking them down. On the court right. Oh, okay.
Okay, I see it.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. And we just got a second look there at an exceptional mobile one block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
And prime time gets it to go. 22 points for him.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jrue Holiday signed a 4-year, $134 million extension to remain in Milwaukee. His coach, Mike Budenholzer, said, "You can't appreciate the strength and the physicality he brings until you see it night in and night out. What he does defensively, once you're around it, it's even more impressive." Guys?
All right, good stuff there, Allie. Pass to Conley. 5 on the clock. Defended by Portis. Giannis with the rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass. What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Outside Conley. Avdia from outside. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Might take him a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. Just need to calm down, play their game. And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
Now a timeout called by Washington.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot.
Wizard substitution.
Outside Warren. Here's Kispert. Drops in the layup for 2.
Showing he's more than just a scorer. Warren is good at finding his teammates when they're uncovered.
Giannis and Portis are in the middle. And it's Nwora in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Pass to Kispert. Grant, as someone who played abroad on Team USA, how exciting is it to see how much more international the league has become?
It's fantastic, no question. You know, back then we saw so many talented foreign stars playing internationally, but now the best really do all find their way here to the NBA.
He was all alone on that one.
Few bigs stretch the floor like Porzingis. He can be just deadly from the arc.
Here's prime time. And he banks in the layup. Give him 30.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Pass to Porzingis. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Shaw. Takes it inside. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Well, they played a heads-up brand of basketball this entire game, and they've got the steals to prove it.
They've also generated a lot of points off turnovers over the course of the game tonight.
Here's Kispert.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Plenty of space. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the fourth. Prime time. Can't get it to go.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Outside Porzingis. Inside. Got a hand on it.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Bucks.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they're getting ready to notch their 33rd win of the year.
And they end up winning the season series. Always feels good to have that upper hand over an opponent.
And a full 4 years of college play, Grant, makes...
Checking in for the Wizards. At the line for the Wizards, Justin James. Shooting 1.
That free throw good from James. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Driving inside. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Pass to Porzingis. Over Gallinari. The Wizards with another miss. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's prime time. Good work defensively by James. Here's Connaughton. Out to James. Let's go with a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
You see more teams doing this nowadays. We all are firmly entrenched in the era of the 3-ball.
The officials were right on top of that one.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Bucks, number 17. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. He's perfect from the line this time. There's 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so it's Milwaukee easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Grant Hill, Chris Webber, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's presentation. We'll see you next time.